We're riding down the boulevard. We're riding through the dark night. We're half a tank and empty heart, pretending we're in love, but it's never enough. As the sirens fill the lonely air. Oh, how did we get here now, babe? We see a storm is closing in, pretending we scared. Don't say a word while we dance with the devil. You brought a fire to a world so cold. We're out of time on a highway to never. Hold on.
Sure, yeah, I said that I didn't need to paint it because I thought it should cover, right? So there was a big discussion that wasn't funny.
No.
You brought a fire to a world so cold.
My desire was to take control of my own life because this pseudo-optimism pill wasn't working. I believed I could wean myself off of it. I lowered my doses without consulting with my doctor. It seemed to work just fine, taking half doses until finally I stopped taking it completely. I held firm and believed in myself until one day Kevin called me at work. He knew not to call me, so this must have been urgent, I thought. He was upset again, at me. I had a panic attack, and my coworker drove me to the ER. If only he knew how much I loved him, he would love me back. This was an illusion to my perspective that the more I give, I would receive from my lover. My actions were fueled by the motivation of preventing my greatest fear, not being loved in return. I remember at one point we were sitting on the kitchen floor having an honest talk, and it was gut-wrenching. Babe, I have to tell you that my feelings for you are changing. I just don't see the woman I fell in love with anymore. I don't want you to feel bad. I'm not leaving you. I'm just telling you that I'm worried. I'm really worried about you, babe. It seemed like I would only consciously decide to make improvements in my personal life if my love life was threatened. I was on rough waters whenever I put myself on the back burner, but I loved him so much I couldn't help but feel like that was my duty above all else, to love him. My needs came second to seeing him happy, yet I couldn't get the hang of seeing him happy because my needs were met first. He would say to me, "Focus on yourself and I won't leave you, but I need you to do this for yourself, not for me." I was happy to improve myself for the sake of our marriage, but I didn't know what that meant. I knew that I had a difficult time keeping a job, making steady income, finding something that I loved, building a skill that I could profit off of. I didn't have any inspiration, nor could I find any outlets that excited me enough to stick with it. I thought that I'd get some help in the metaphysical world, so I began to invest in psychic readings. I would visit one particular woman until one day she said that our love was hexed and our relationship was cursed by a dark-haired Sicilian woman. This description fit the porn star who lived with us the year prior. "You were hexed, and if you don't fix this now, come the new year, your marriage is looking at destruction." She said that I had to give her $4,000 in order to fix the hex. I didn't have the money, and money issues were part of the reason why we were in this mess in the first place. I gently told her that I didn't believe that going into debt and perpetuating the issue I came here with would help, so I left and never returned. And somehow after that, Kevin and I hit our stride. We were able to communicate efficiently through a language of love that we came up with for each other. We created boundaries and rules to prevent ourselves from losing control and looping. No swearing, no raising our voices, and if we do, the other person has a right to call each other out and or walk away. Besides that, no walking away allowed, and all fights must be resolved before we go to bed. We even made a video of our experience together, which led to me writing "Namaste in Love," the marriage hack that we felt we discovered to help anyone through the toughest times. I was convinced that the love languages were actually full of crap because that meant that the other person is going to be forced to love. So we learned that only when we are present, we are able to see each other and feel validated and heard.
Okay, this is our confession moment. We are not perfect, are we?
Absolutely not.
But we can perfectly come together at the end of a disagreement. Do you agree? Okay. And we can actually show you how to end the night in a positive note how would you say that nights would end in the past if we fought?
At least one of us was angry.
At least one of us, okay. And then how would the night end? Like, what would we do? Before we went down this path.
Usually, I would end up on the couch.
Whatever, you did not.
I slept on the couch many nights.
Like the whole night? No.
Or at least long enough till you went to bed and were completely out before I went to bed.
Okay, fine, whatever. I just put him on the spot. He wasn't expecting that. Okay, so tonight, this is what happened. I came home from work. Kevin what were you doing?
Construction project, putting up the new TV.
We have a rule that in this confession, I'm not going to say what he was doing or what he was thinking or expressing, because that is only a perception of my reality, which is not his reality, and he deserves his chance to explain himself and mine, right? So that's fair. Okay, so he was doing construction, like he said. He said destruction.
Yeah, construction. Trying to put up TV. It felt like destruction. There were a couple parts missing, a couple pieces broken, of course, with the wall mount, so it was a very stressful build-up that had been 6 hours in the making.
Yeah, so he had a pretty rough day. I was up at 4:45 this morning, totally exhausted, busted my butt, and then worked a full shift, came home, and we both were pretty delighted to see each other, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were both in a really good mood. We were physically exhausted, but we embraced each other with a kiss and a warm hug, and that was normal. And then, Mr. Busybody here wanted to get the project rolling. Is that a good assumption?
No, I was in the middle of it rolling.
He was in
I
the middle of it rolling.
Just trying to get it finished.
Okay, all right. So we're leaving these people hanging here. What should, you requested something.
Yeah, so I asked if she could help paint. There were some spots when she painted the wall previously that she didn't do because the wall mount was there.
Behind the TV.
Behind the TV.
Yeah.
That the wall mount was there, so she didn't get it. She avoided painting those areas. Now that we're replacing it and the new TV wasn't going to fit in the exact spot the old one was, it was going to be visible. So asked for her help, and I guess this is
where I come in. Okay. So I said, okay, forgive me if it's not the first thing I want to do when I come home from work. Is that correct?
close enough.
Yeah. And I didn't have an attitude. I just expressed exhaustion and that I wanted to eat. It was about 6 o'clock at night, and I wanted to eat instead of helping him with his TV project right away. I did not tell him, hey, I'm gonna just give me 5 minutes and I'll eat. All I cared about was getting myself a snack at the moment, and I sat down and started eating. Next thing I know,
There's a little more resistance than that to painting it, but
oh, sure. Yeah, I said that I didn't need to paint it because I thought it would cover, right? So there was a big discussion. It wasn't a fight.
no, not at all.
It wasn't a fight. I just tried to get out of work. And then he proved that I actually should help, and we agreed that I'm going to have to paint it, right?
Kind of.
We came to that conclusion that it would
It
have to be
needed
painted.
to be
Yes.
painted,
So we
yes.
came to that conclusion. But I sat down and ate a snack first instead without giving any timeline on when I would pick up and paint it.
I was left with the impression that she really didn't want to do it and that it was going to be more trouble for me to get her to actually paint it than it was worth for me. So I decided I'd just go get the paint and do it myself, where it all started to tumble.
And this is where the story starts.
So I went to get the can of paint. Since the last time it was used, do I get to say I didn't use it last or you used it last?
That's part of the argument.
Okay, so there was confusion as to whether or not she used it last or I used it last.
No, there's no confusion.
Okay. All right.
I painted last. I'm the only one that paints in the house.
Okay,
Right?
that's very true.
Yeah.
So I went to pick up the can of paint. There had been some beads on the top, so I tipped the can of paint over to roll the beads off because I couldn't pick them out with my fat fingers. And the lid wasn't sealed on the can of paint. And
How big was the can?
it's a 5-gallon can of paint. So by can I mean jug. Spilled a fair amount of paint since it was mostly full all over the carpet.
Yeah.
So I came back downstairs in a rush to try and start cleaning it up, and came down, was clearly a little angry with the situation at hand. Got a little upset with her. It's like, you left the lid off the can of paint again, which is a occurring thing. But and I just spilled like a half a gallon of paint all over the carpet. So she ended up offering to help, come upstairs.
Hey, I get to tell my part.
Good.
So I offered to come upstairs, and I started to help clean. But then I thought that I would have a great idea that I would share with him. And I said, hey, do you think that the lid wouldn't have slipped off if you were in a rush and you were in a hurry? Because my thinking is, hey, if you've got like negative energy and you're a rush, then bad things happen. It's a domino effect. That was my thinking. And in the heat of the moment, I was not thinking, how is this going to come off? How am I going to affect the person that I love? So instead, I upset you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty big.
I felt the horns and the tail come out.
So yeah, this is probably our biggest fight since.
I don't know. If we're going to base it off my swearing.
Oh yeah, he swore. And we made an agreement. That's one of those things
Like,
that
at least 8 months.
It's probably been at least 8 months. Like, it's been a very long time. And we made ground rules back then, no swearing. And if you do swear, the other person has the right to call you out, right?
Yeah.
And I called you out, and that didn't help.
Nope.
It didn't help at all. So what did help? What's the solution when we get, because we both are stubborn. Our zodiac signs are not meant to be together. Like, we're not. Do you remember reading that when we were at your parents' house? And we were in each other's arms, and we were like, this is wrong. Like, we're totally meant to be. We're soulmates.
That was 1 month in.
That was 1 month in. And we locked it down by then.
Yeah.
Your parents thought we were only dating. But
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, we're really like not meant to be, but we make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's our solution?
So after all the yelling,
Who yelled?
Oh, it was mostly me. Yeah. I will think for defensive behavior, and it just sets
I was
me
being
off.
defensive. I
So-
didn't think I did anything wrong.
That's my biggest pet peeve, and it sets me off. And so I was going to a really dark place. Finally, after I was up there about 10-15 minutes cleaning, she came up to join me.
Why did I leave you to clean by yourself?
Because of my language.
Yeah. All right, go on.
Devil possessed me. And yeah, she came up, forced me to talk about it, and I think that's hands down the biggest key right there is talking through it. So leaving and going away angry is the worst thing you can possibly do, because then it's you and your negative mind teaming up against that person, and you're making all kinds of wild assumptions that they start out with, oh yeah, she just left the can of paint off and she was defensive, to now every little thing that she's done wrong in the past year, and anything I can grab at, my mind is throwing at me, trying to rile me up even more. And it's a real struggle to try and combat that on your own, especially without that person there. With that person there and talking to you, you can see that, well, they're not really trying to get back at me for every little possible thing, and they don't care, or whatever ideas your mind creates for you, they're most likely not true. And if you were to bring them up in argument with them and say what your mind is actually thinking, that person's gonna say, no, I don't want you to be miserable. No, I don't care anything about you. No, I don't care about it's not that I don't care about your house or our house or the carpet or any of that stuff, or that I just want you to clean up that mess. So
Yep, I agree. What could we say to people? Because people, they don't see us in the state right now. Like, we were both like pretty fired up.
yeah.
Like, there was no settling down for a solid hour at least. Would you say 45 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think it was quite an hour.
Okay, so it was at least a solid like 30 to 45 minutes of like kind of going up and down. Like, we'd be like, okay, do we have a resolution? Wait, but you could have done this differently. You know, we were both trying to understand like how we could have gotten through this together. But for people that like butt heads and they just fight and they need to like walk away, get in the car and drive somewhere, or like just clear their mind. What if someone says that I just got to clear my mind though? I just got to get away from the situation.
I disagree with that entirely. Most of the time, you can't just completely drop it out of your mind, because if you could stay right there and do it. And if you're leaving to get it out of your mind and to go think about something else, you're not really. You're going there to contemplate other things and
then maybe it
talk
hasn't,
with yourself and your mind.
Yeah, and maybe it won't be put to rest. Like, you come back and you're like, I'm fine. But that's kind of a selfish act, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
You don't get real closure on
Right.
it. It's something that's now sitting in there with you, waiting to brood for the next time something similar to this, maybe even not even similar to this, something else just happens, and now you've got another piece of ammo to throw at them. And when you sit and talk it out, you have to aim for the conclusion that we want to solve this. And even though deep down you want to be right, that's your instinctive drive, is you need to be right in this. But if you can use a way of solving the problem as finding the way that you're right, instead of I'm right, you're wrong, and pointing the finger the entire time, you'll make that process go 1,000 times faster.
Exactly. And then how often do we walk away from an argument and we're settled and we're fine?
Oh, that never really happens. So whenever we walk away, it's never settled and fine.
How many of our arguments have we closed?
By walking away or just not talking?
No, by figuring it out. Like,
every single one.
Yeah.
That
100%.
It becomes tough when you talk things out and solve them and push yourselves through the grind and that force of dealing with that person, even though it's the last thing you want to do. When you force yourself to sit there and talk through it all out, you'll find that this all comes down to a misunderstanding or a simple mistake, and it can be placed from little cascading events from there, and you'll realize it wasn't that big of a thing, and then you'll forget about it. And then the next time something along this rolls along at you, you won't have that big of an issue dealing with it, because you're not going to be reaching back and grabbing at unsettled things and unsolved problems that you've had. It's all been put to rest, and they're so much easier to forget that way once you've actually talked your entire way through it. Because it doesn't leave that staining impression on your mind.
Right. And I feel like we're much more productive too, because once we it's blown over, we get everything out, and then we're exhausted, and then we're like, wait, why are we even fighting anyway? And then I love you, I forgive you, and then we're over it. And it's very refreshing. I mean, my mind, now I can actually focus on the now.
Yeah.
So he can go back to doing his project. We wasted probably 2 hours over a night over, spilled paint, which is, okay, my fault, right? Whatever. But we use every single situation that's handed to us in our favor.
Yeah.
And we use it to strengthen our relationship. So instead of it being an obligation to work things out because we're married, we actually want to be better ourselves for each other.
Yeah. I think one of the best things that comes out of actually sitting down and forcing yourself to sit through the entire struggle of talking it out is you walk out of there with a sense of accomplishment. And it's not a solo sense of accomplishment. It's a sense of dual accomplishment, a partner accomplishment that you can't not feel a lot better about your relationship the moment that it ends and you've sorted it all out. And it's a really, really empowering factor. So
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I think that's it, unless there's anything else you want to say.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. Namaste.
September 2018. I'm at the Hard Rock Cafe, pitching massages to a few guys standing around between the bar and the slot machines. Then, out of nowhere, a man with a thick beard and modest mohawk in a black hoodie and 2 neon pink and yellow lays joined the group. Yeah, I'll take one. How much is it? I gave him my price, and he accepted. This guy was wild. His personality was brighter than the flowers around his neck. I had never met a man like him. His energy was so bold, and it felt like he was waking me up from a long slumber. His smile, passion, and joyful presence filled me with excitement. I was grateful that I had an opportunity to massage him. Hey, can we just go to this bar here? I'd rather be laying down for this. I wasn't sure if we were allowed to do that, but he insisted. I didn't want to say no to him. I needed the money. Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. In the back of my mind, I felt like I was going to get told off by a bartender and turned in to my supervisor. Great. He plopped down, making a scene. This guy is like a bull in a china shop and no one notices. It's like he's not even real. I was amused. He was a heavy guy, built like a football player and taller than me, but not over 5'10". He took off his hoodie, revealing a long-sleeved dress shirt. I didn't want to get oil on it, so I asked if I could use oil or lotion. Go ahead and use whatever you want. It's fine, and go really hard. I love a good massage that hurts a little. Can you do that? Just give me your best shot. It was late, about midnight, and I just assumed that people were too drunk or tired to notice what was going on around them. So I went with his flow and started massaging him. His name was Isaac from Los Angeles, and that's all I knew about him before he asked me about myself. Tell me your story. No. I promise you don't want to hear it. A truth I had adopted was that you don't share your drama with others, and you certainly don't talk about negativity. Otherwise, you're asking for more of it from the universe. I exercised my right to express my boundaries on that one. Yeah, I do. Tell me all of it. From the sound of it, it sounds like you could benefit from getting some things off your chest. I promise I'm not here to judge. Tell me. He didn't need to tell me twice. Perhaps he was right, and I needed a listening ear. But I started by defending Kevin. Well, I'm married, and it's really just all a mess, honestly. I just got us into a big mess legally. If I'm not talking bad about him and put it all on me, I'm good, I thought to myself. All right, go on. Okay, things were going so well between us. I don't know what happened. We started reading this book called The Power of Now, and I thought that we had this new awareness. Finally, a language we both understood that helped us grow closer together. It's almost as if the universe handed us an opportunity to finally practice what we've been learning, and then we dropped the ball. Yet this time alcohol was involved, and so was another woman, and it was the same woman who had given us problems our entire marriage. And I told him the short story. Okay, well, it started because we were having issues with this chick. He claimed they never dated and were always just friends. But a year ago, while I was out of town, some stuff happened and I lost trust in him. I continued with the story and tried to get to the point. So fast forward a year later, which was actually 7 months ago, and he's just getting home from partying all night. It's like 6 a.m. He's a little drunk and he mentions that he's talking to that chick again. Anyway, I asked to see their text messages and he deleted them right in front of me. I got upset and started throwing things. Long story short, he made me leave the house without any clothes on, except he did give me a blanket. The cops were called and they found drugs in the house. Since he's a captain in the Air Force, well, he's been under investigation ever since. And what really sucks is he's looking at doing a lot of time in federal prison. He's been trying to convince me to confess to the military and say that the drugs are mine and stuff. But the thing is, if I take the fall for him, the whole investigation will go away because I'm a civilian. But honestly, I just don't know what to do. So yeah, it's just a mess. He doesn't deserve to go to prison. He's honestly a really amazing guy. If you met him right now, I swear you will love him. Everyone loves Kevin. I mean, they say that he's never met a stranger. He lights up the room. He's enlightened and teaches me so much. I love him more than anything. I know that if this whole thing can just go away, we can get back to how things were. Our relationship was the strongest it had ever been just a month before all this happened. I mean, it's like it was a curse that came out of nowhere. He doesn't deserve this to be happening to him right now. I can't even tell a therapist this anymore because we were doing therapy together and our therapist can't keep secrets from him. So I can't take her advice or tell her about this. Our therapy is basically just about how jealous I am and that I need to work on that. I just don't know what else to do. I paused and realized I might have forgotten to breathe while I shared the story. I guess I really needed to get that off my chest. He extended his massage and paid me well. Listen, he said, turning over onto his back and looking into my eyes. You are so much better than this. Do you realize that? What are you doing? What's your ultimate goal? Do you see yourself being a massage therapist in a casino the rest of your life? What's the deal, girl? I felt that for once, someone sincerely cared about my life. I wasn't prepared to answer this. I always took pride in having goals and achieving them, and for once I was speechless. I'm surviving. That's my goal. I have no capacity to think beyond this point, I thought to myself. I mean, I've always been into sales, but I wasn't feeling fulfilled, and I just started doing this after a long hiatus. I went on defending myself and how great I knew I was, and that I'm proud to be back into a field that helps people. Okay, that's great, but what are you working towards? He wasn't letting me off the hook. This has got to be gas money for you. Do you know what I mean by that? This job right here must be your gas money to get somewhere. If you could do anything, what would it be? Think hard about this. This isn't another one of those, where do you see yourself in 5 years BS questions. You need to hear yourself say it. Imagine that you have 1 year left to live. How will people remember you? Will they remember you for being a girl that massaged people at casinos? This man had a way of speaking to my heart that I had never experienced. All of a sudden, I remembered a promise I made to myself when I was a little girl. I want to be like Oprah. I've always wanted to be like her. Good. Now reverse engineer that. How do we get you to be like Oprah? I thought about this for a moment. She was a reporter. She was brave. She took on controversial subjects head on and changed the world by connecting with people and putting them in the spotlight. Her passion and sharing stories of others and becoming the light for others to step into is what inspires me. I want to do that for others. You, Bree, are going to be the next Oprah. You have to start with caring for yourself first. You know you need to leave your husband. Any man that touches his wife like that does not deserve her. I know you love him. I feel it. But you need you right now. You can't give yourself 100% when you're with a man who doesn't treat you right. He threw you out of the house and you accepted him back. He lied and cheated on you twice and you accepted him back. How many broken hearts can you handle with one person before realizing you're running out of heart for yourself? This is what you need to do. He got serious and locked eyes with me as the tone of his voice lowered. You need to move out and finally leave this guy. You are better than this and you know it. I'm only here until tomorrow and then I return to California, but I'll be back in 10 days. I need you to commit to yourself, to live for yourself now. Be honest with Kevin and tell him how you really feel. Pack up everything you can and leave the rest that you can live without, like the heavy things such as your bed, TV, dresser, that kind of stuff. Then I'll get you a storage unit and pay for your first month. I'll move you out, move you into your new place and storage unit, and you'll be free. You'll grow into the goddess that you are, and you'll be recognized on the internet by people as an influencer of free thought and love. Kevin's new girlfriend or wife will say, "Hey, honey, there's this woman who really inspires me," and he'll see that it's you. Your success will be seen and felt by everyone, including him. I liked his speech, but it didn't feel possible. I can't move now. It's too soon. I don't have money. My credit cards are maxed out. I just can't do it, I thought to myself. I don't know anyone here. I've lived here for a couple of years, but the only people I know are friends with him. There's no way I would be able to pay rent to someone now. I need more time. I can't. You have 10 days to find a place. Take it or leave it. He challenged me. That got me. I was running out of heart. I was running out of money, energy, self-worth. I was tired. We exchanged numbers and met for a late breakfast around 2 a.m. I had all the motivation in the world to soak in what I could from him to empower myself. When I was around him, I gained self-worth and self-acceptance. I saw that I was living too small and I was going nowhere fast the longer I stayed with Kevin. The writing was on the wall, and I shared my story with a stranger. As vulnerable as it was the smartest thing I had ever done. He intuitively knew how to direct his energy with me, and I called him Magic. The next day, I woke up to a text from him. I promise this is the last time I bother you today and hope you don't wake up to check this until you've slept well. But you should probably know that there is a certain package at a special hotel at their front desk. And if you tell them the magic password, Bree Larson, it's got your name all over it. Your gift is waiting for you there. Consider it to be my way of kissing you on the forehead, hugging you, and celebrating that you are going to get your wings back from a distance. I hope you can understand how refreshing it is to meet someone like you with your hope and heart and miracle glow that you have. It is intoxicating. I hope that in some small way it makes you smile and allows you to relax and give you the space to dream big again. I hope you know how beautiful and wonderful and dreamy, sexy, witty, wonderful, lovely, exciting you are. Your fire mixed with magic from your heart would start a forest fire of love across the universe. I responded with, "Are you real life? Is this real right now?" Meeting you was life-changing enough. I am so curious about the Four Seasons. I'm going to swing by there like now. You're the first external expression of how I truly feel about myself, and it is refreshing. I'm just trying to hold up a dang mirror for you to see yourself as you really are. Royalty, priceless, magic. Imagine every minute of your life being more magnificent than the moment before. Imagine feeling lightning in your soul because you are so alive. Imagine the adventures you will have. Imagine the people you will meet. Imagine how they will all change your life. Imagine all your wildest dreams coming true. Riding horses on the beach, everything, all of it. I went to the Four Seasons where I felt like I was walking into a dream. It was the magic of magic, which was a direct reflection of the true me. I wore my favorite sundress and felt beautiful walking in. Everyone greeted me with such kindness. If they only knew how broken my heart was. But I just smiled. I have this magical ability to smile without any sign of worry on my mind. When I picked up the gift, it was a kind note with a gift card. 50-minute candle drip massage. I couldn't believe it. I held off on making an appointment though. I wanted to reward myself for when the time came that I moved out of Kevin's house. On September 13th, I held true to my promise that I made with Magic in the casino. I told Kevin I thought he was a dishonorable husband, citizen, and military officer. I told him I was ashamed to have been with him for so long and that it was finally time for me to step out onto my own. I told Kevin what I truly thought of him for the first time last night, and he immediately told me to move out by this weekend. Not sure how the universe is going to provide, but I'm going to try to make it work. You've given me my light back and the courage to face the demons, but I'm also a little scared because I haven't come this far on my own before. Sometimes I just stop and wonder if I do this to myself or if I'm just responding to my life's path. I need to start thinking about what I'm grateful for because I'm already feeling sorry for myself like 15 times this morning. Magic responded, "Yes, ma'am, that's the kind of changes you want to make. 15 times, that's nothing. Try 4,000. Doubt makes our resolve stronger. You are saying you want to change the model. It's your model. If you choose happiness as the core of your new model, you will win. If you do the work first in your own heart and mind now, later you are going to walk millions through the same gate. But you already knew this, and that is why you are ready to grow and do the work. Bree, welcome to the first day, the best day of your new life. You are miracle on fire." Meanwhile, a friend in Utah connected me with her friends who had a spare bedroom with a bathroom connected. They didn't want me to pay them rent, to encourage me to save up money and move into my own space. The compassion was overwhelming. It was an unfamiliar place being helped. I always loved being in the position to help others, and this was far out of my comfort zone. We moved myself out of the house on the 19th, and the process felt intense. I did my best to keep the peace with Kevin until finally I moved my things out without a word to him. However, he knew the day was coming. I shut him out of my plans, not giving him a heads up because I didn't want him trying to get involved and control the scene. especially knowing that a man would be helping me in his home without consent. We grabbed everything we could that I cared about. The heavy things were my massage table and mattress that was in the spare bedroom. Everything else was stuffed in garbage bags. Hello, I'm with Athena. I hope my voice isn't like too annoying right now. By the way, I know I'm going through a lot and it's like, oh, this is so dark and scary and negative, but it really isn't. Like when I speak out, you know, at the time I'm like, oh, life kind of sucks, but like I really am happy. I truly am so happy. I want you to know that, and I'm gonna focus on like good things while I'm going through all of this. I've got Athena with me because we're heading to Utah. We're gonna go hiking and hang out. So anyway, I just wanted to make a comment. Yeah, the plastic bag, you guys, like, do you say something if you have signs? Like if anyone uses signs, not crazy, there's such a thing as coincidence. Yeah, there's no such thing as coincidence. I firmly believe it, and I believe that we can actually proclaim what it is that we want, like the things that we demand to see and that we expect. It's not like we're telling God how it should be. It's God allowing us to play with our own reality. Like this is all part of what God wants for us, to have joy and play around. And I think my phone is going to heat up. It's going to overheat, so I had to grab it. So another thing that I decided to use is feathers. So that's what I saw today. I saw a feather because I had my demons like trying to plant doubt in my head, and when I think about it sometimes I'm just like, it brings me down. And then I looked down and I saw a feather, and it was just a pretty fluffy feather, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track. So anyway, I want to challenge you guys, if you want to try it, you should do it. Like I highly recommend it. It says no low network connection. Sorry, I hope it's not too bad. Anyway, thought I'd share that. I'm about to hit the road. I'm going to listen to some good books, hang out with Athena. She's such a good girl. And we're going to go hiking. If you guys are in Utah and you want to go hiking with me, let me know. Okay. Bye.
If you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now.
It broke my heart to leave my dog, Athena, that he bought for me after he made me get rid of my fur baby earlier in the relationship, since they didn't get along.
Baby.
After I settled in and met my new friends, I felt like things would be okay. Their welcoming arms and respect for all I've been through was more than I could have imagined for myself. I washed up and met Magic for dinner. We had sushi at SLS, and I finally got to learn all about him. He had an impressive background in the military with multiple tours and so many achievements. I was proud of him. I was proud of myself for being able to be friends with a man so generous who truly operated from his heart space. When we ended the night, he walked me to my car and said, "I just have a few housewarming gifts for you," as he pulled out 3 beautiful potted plants, a couple books that he recommended and promised would change my life, and left me with that. The service, attention, loving guidance, and gifts were everything I needed. My heart was gushing in gratitude. woke up the next morning to messages from Magic. This is a lot to process. I am so proud of you. This is hard, scary, real. And if you are naturally introverted, you probably also love avoiding conflict or hurting others by your actions. So I can imagine this is terrifying. I can only imagine what an incredible weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You were honest about how you feel, and you were true to you, and that probably blew his mind. Everything will fall into place. Go with your gut. Know that your heart will never lie to you. Get excited about what you're capable of. Get excited about what you are going to do. I know you got your light back because there were little twinkles of light in your eyes when I met you, and you stayed with me after you tore up my muscles. By the time I said goodnight at the pepper mill, those twinkles in your eyes had become waterfalls of forest fire light. I saw your whole face glowing, and I could already see you with your wings back. That's why I got you the massage at the spa, because I know how hard and scary and how painful getting your wings back can be. I know it is flipping you upside down, and change is scary. Change is also necessary. Once you step away from Kevin and get your own life started, it will build a momentum of confidence in you. You can do it all, and you don't need anyone else. You are a magic, angel, glowing fire, tiger, eagle, dolphin, tornado. You have the beauty and the strength and the raw energy of Mother Nature. When I'm around you, it is like gently resting against a tsunami or a lightning bolt of magic. I want you to know that as you move forward and different challenges pop up, try to see if you can frame it for yourself so that each challenge in working to get your wings back, instead of being a hassle, stress, fear, anxiety, monster initiator, you decide to have fun with it. Figure out a way to make it a win, close it out, and move on. Taking the first step can break you, but it can also make you. Use your pride to build you up and your humility to stay focused. You have the world in the palm of your hand. Enjoy the process. He sent me a quote by Bruce Lee. Quote, "You must be shapeless, formless like water. When you pour water in a cup, it becomes the cup. When you pour water in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. When you pour water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Water can drip and it can crash. Become like water, my friend." End quote. You have given your life to different challenges, to love completely, work hard, share love and kindness, and all of it has led you to this place. Each time you placed yourself outside the comfort zone, you grew stronger and smarter and more confident. You are stronger than you think, and every painful forging in the fire, every heartbreak, every struggle, every tear, every magic memory becomes the love and humility that will allow you to ask the tough questions, hear the fucked up answers, and provide that space for legendary people to share and open their heart and let you into the magic that is their vulnerability. If they can see in your eyes genuine curiosity and attention, they will take you on a journey with their words and make your heart soar like an eagle because you are overwhelmed by gratitude for them being willing to share. You are a beautiful woman, Bree. You should be so proud of yourself and how you handled this past 2 weeks. Like a boss, you overcame every hurdle. You thought ahead, planned, moved quickly, and as a result, you completely avoided a shit show, and he still doesn't know what happened. You are 6 steps ahead, and it is exhilarating to watch someone anticipate another human's shiftiness and sidestep it, and instead choose kindness and love and happiness. Magic seemed to never run out of the words I needed to hear. With him, I was able to see the stark difference between the energy of someone who cared for me and someone who didn't resonate with my growth. Every time I got a text from Kevin, it went from feelings of intimidation to actual annoyance and even empowerment. It felt so good to feel validated by someone who felt my soul. Of course, with every bit of light and progress, I felt the weight of the real world crashing down on me. A text from Kevin said, "I just want you to truly search your heart, not your ego, and make the right and good decisions. I want you to do it for you and let that be who you are, not to save us. Only then will you step back into your true light. That's the person I fell in love with, the person I want you to become again, the person I miss. Doing it just to save us is self-serving and not selfless. There's no reward for that. If you believe in karma, you should see actions made with evil intent are to be repaid in kind in this life or the next. Allowing evil to transpire is to choose evil and is repaid with the same. Only actions of good are repaid with good. Actions of good undo evil actions are the path of redemption of the bad karma. I honestly have no idea what you believe anymore, but I'm worried because I don't think you'd handle what you did to me if it comes back to you. I hope it doesn't come back to you, truly. But I do worry because your actions recently are that towards a negative future and bad karma. Keep spreading your hate. Every time the universe gives you an opportunity to do the right thing and redeem yourself, you choose to be evil. I'm sorry you have chosen to be the person you are now, but I'm just seeing a side filled with so much negativity. I'm guessing this means you aren't going to be helping me with the bills, and I have to cancel your car insurance that I paid $550 for so I can afford the mortgage. I learned to exercise boundaries like I had never before. I chose to respond without emotion and just let the rest be. Okay, cancel my car insurance if you must. He canceled, and I drove around for almost a month without insurance because I couldn't afford it.